If you're sick of me claiming weight loss is easy, you just need to do this one thing to change everything. Right, I'm going to try something a bit different this week. I'm going to encourage you to tell me what you're eating, and I'll tell you what changes you can make. I've been banging on for 72 weeks that it's all about a calorie deficit, and it is. There's no getting away from it. But how do you achieve it? Well, simple. You put less calories in. But how do you ensure that you're putting less calories in? That's through tracking. So I'm going to encourage you to track a day. Now, I did a short earlier on this week, and I'm hoping I've had some feedback from that. If you just get on something like MyFitnessPal, NutriCheck, and be honest and track a day, and then put your comments in below, and I will tell you what changes you could make to achieve that. If you really want an in-depth, why don't you try putting in your height, weight and gender, and then I can also work out your TDEE. I'm in the very early stages of doing this, that there's a very good chance I'm going to respond to all of you. If by some quirk of YouTube fate I get 1,000 comments, I'll do my best, but you will learn from reading the answers I give. Now, it's free help. If you stay till the end, I'll tell you how I've done this week. I'm in that place where I'm not really getting a lot of success. A lot of it is to do with I can't be arsed. Well, no, it's not that I can't be arsed, it's just life gets in the way. But the fact is, I am still 7.5 stone lighter than my heaviest ever, and I'm nearly 5 stone lighter than when I started this journey. Doesn't make me an expert, however, I do feel it qualifies me to talk about what works or what has worked for me. And you can go all around the internet and look at all these people, and whatever systems, plans, whatever they try and sell you, it's all down to one thing, and that's achieving a calorie deficit. So the one thing you're going to get from me is I'm not going to get all preachy. So I'm going to go through a day where I made choices based on tracking. It was Sunday, I was travelling back from Wales, and I had to set off early because I was picking up some stuff from Book's uni place because they're moving out of uni this week. So I was on the road, breakfast time, stopped at Greg's. Now the old me would have had the bacon bap, maybe a Belgian bun and a cappuccino. But I thought, well, hang on, you're going to be on the road a bit, let's eat something a bit sensible. So I had the bacon baguette. Yes, it was more calories, and a black coffee because I've kind of got used to that. So I've still had the Greg's hit. I've had something a little bit more substantial because it's the baguette. It kicked in at 477 calories. Now my normal breakfast is about 320. So I drove down to Birmingham, got to Book's, and Book's always got snacks in the room, and gave me one of those mini Pano chocolates. That was 200 calories, and we went out for Starbucks and I had a dark chocolate bar. So I'm classing that as lunch. It's crap, I shouldn't have eaten it, but because I'm tracking, I've made the decision to call that my lunch. So I'm kicking in there at about 8:50 for the day. Finishes our business in Birmingham, gets back to the flat, and I've got a ready meal, chicken tikka masala curry, one of the high protein ones from Aldi, and I thought, it's not going to quite cut it, and I chucked on some oven chips in the air fryer. That was my dinner at 572. So I kicked in for a total of 1,422. Now, my TDEE is 2,100. My MyFitnessPal reckons the optimum for losing weight is about 1,800. I came in a bit low, but my point isn't about how saintly I was and how good I was and how much I stayed on track, or it was more about, it was a day that was out of the ordinary. Because I was in charge of the information, I was able to make decisions based on that. I'll be honest, I was still a bit peckish last night. I could have had something else to eat, but by then it was getting a bit late. So you don't have to eat the lettuce and chicken is what I'm saying. But you have to make decisions based on what you learn and what you become to know. Now I know roughly, if I go into Tesco's and get a meal deal, I know where to look for the calories. I know roughly what a bloody sandwich is. Your basic level of sandwich is 2 slices of bread and a slice of ham. It's less than 300 calories. But you get that knowledge from sticking to the plan. So going back to my original idea, just scribble down an average day. And if you can, track it onto MyFitnessPal. And when you put it in the comments, put breakfast, I don't know, you might have a cheeseburger for breakfast. Breakfast, cheeseburger, 700 calories, whatever. Lunch, whatever you had, dinner. Just give it your best guess. And then when you put it in the comments, I'll tell you what choices you could have made that would have still been similar food and more likely to put you into a deficit. Because whatever the fitness industry tells you, the only way to lose weight is to consume less calories than your TDEE, which is total daily energy expenditure. That's the figure that, when added to your basal metabolic rate, your BMR, which you can work out, that is the figure allowing for daily activity of where you would break even. Break even, your weight's going to stay there. Go over, your weight's going to go up. Go under, your weight's going to go down. It is that simple. So let's try it out. If nothing else, we'll have a bit of a laugh about it. I'll say, how much did you eat? You know, or you'll tell me I'm talking bollocks, which I often do. So let's see how I'm doing. I'm still struggling, as I said earlier, but I've lost £1 pound this week, and I would say I have tracked 4 days out of 7, and I'm happy with the tracking on those days. I'm coming back in the right direction again. But rather than beating myself up, I am still, as I said, 7 stone lighter than my heaviest, best bit of 5 stone lighter than what I was when I started this journey. So I'm perfectly happy with that. So let's have a go at this. Let's get a two-way dialogue going and see if I can help you. Through helping you, it helps to keep me focused, so we're both helping each other. Give it a whirl and I'll see you next week.